Hi, I'm Javier.
This is so good.
What are you eating now?
I have been waiting for this moment all week.
Does it appear like she eats the minute the camera starts rolling?
This is a Hammond's coconut cream pie. So it's milk chocolate and creamy ganache with shredded coconut.
Oh, that
handcrafted out of Colorado.
That sounds wonderful.
Now I get it. Because Wyatt was walking around in here eating this the entire time. Like, I was like, what is he doing? And he could...
And Dallas was just watching him. Our customers, Dallas and Wyatt, were in here just looking at the mattresses and shopping. No, this was after the mattress. This was when they were just in here just to visit. And he had the candy bar, and he was just like the entire time, And we're all watching him like, what is wrong with him?
They were purchasing an adjustable base.
Oh, on top of that. That's right.
And the entire time that we were wringing them out. And then even while we were loading, he was still finishing his coconut cream pie, and he just kept walking around going, And now I understand, because this is dangerously good. Do you want to try some?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Oh my gosh, this is...
Oh, anyways,
wow.
This is Fishbowl, our weekly program.
And I'm Melanie.
Yeah, she hasn't even introduced herself. This is Fishbowl, our weekly programming, where we share questions that have been asked of us this week and sleep topics and just all around have a good time sharing what we've learned with you. So, this week has been fun, to say the very least, right? We went into a slow dip, and then we just came out of it super strong. What was that all about?
I don't know. I was really thinking that I had wished I had my pirate costume, because this morning I woke up feeling like we were in the doldrums on a pirate ship with sails, and we had woken up and there was a bunch of fog and the water was really still, and I thought we were going to be stuck in those doldrums for months and we were going to have to eat horses. True story.
She really did say that this morning, and it still shocks me that that's the way her brain works. But no, it was.
That's how the sails felt.
It was a week of doldrums. It was a slower week, but then today it was like a rocket ship. Right after we both said, well, let's see what we can get done today, all of a sudden the doorbell starts ringing and ringing and ringing, and it didn't stop. It was great. Thank you to everybody who came in today. You made our day. Thank you so much.
That was awesome.
It's fun to have her company, but you can only have so much, Unicorn.
That's not true.
No, really.
No.
Yeah. All right, cheers. We haven't said cheers yet. Our snazzy mugs.
Cheers.
These are mugs from the boutique at Live Well. Yep.
Snark City mugs. What does yours say?
Mine says, in my defense, I was left unsupervised, which is perfect for me.
Mine says I need more sleep, which is 110% true.
I would say it's perfect for you because you don't follow a sleep schedule.
I have a hard time with that. I can't.
We're trying. We really are. All right, so should we step into our topic for the day or for the week?
I think we should sit into the topic.
Sip into it?
With our
fancy mugs?
With our finger up? It's kind of hard to hold it.
That's snazzy. All right, if stress has ever kept you tossing and turning at night, you'll agree that stress and sleep problems seem to go together. And I think that's totally true. So today's topic is how to fall asleep faster when you're stressed. And I think all of us need this every now and then. A lot of us need it now because of everything that's going on, has been going on, has stopped going on. I don't know. I don't even know what to say anymore. Everything's different.
I feel like we went through some crazy vortex. I say that all the time, but we did definitely go through a wormhole.
Yep. Because
I'm convinced
now. Now it's just insane shipping everything. So yeah, we're short on everything. Heck, let's just enjoy the ride.
Maybe we opened a wormhole or a vortex.
Where we're short on everything?
Well, maybe instead of falling into a vortex, we opened one up.
Yeah. Anyways, all right. So, the first tip on how to fall asleep faster when you're stressed is use relaxation techniques. Now, this one is right up your alley because you listen to stuff all the time. So, tell them about how you use relaxation techniques to find better sleep.
Okay, I implement this on a nightly basis.
Okay. Now, do you do it because you're stressed, or do you do it just because it's helping you unwind after a very busy after work?
Both. I started Okay, so I started doing it regularly as a routine because I was stressed with my... Excuse me, that's really good tea and the good chocolate. I was stressed with my health.
Okay.
And stressed, with the everything that's going on in the world. I'm not really stressed out here because this is an awesome place to work, and it's, I don't know, we have fun here. We sell beds. If I ever get stressed out, I just go lay down on a really nice mattress.
And she does.
Yeah, I take full, total advantage of that situation all the time. And I'm like, I'm just going to go hang out on this really nice furniture. So when I'm stressed out, I just remind myself that I'm blessed enough to be surrounded by soft, comfortable everything. But when I go home...
And she has a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful boss.
Yeah. So...
I tried.
Okay, so... but going home, there's all these responsibilities. You know, there's a lot of home responsibilities as a mom, responsibilities as a daughter, responsibilities, you know, as a partner and fiance. So I have just a lot of responsibilities when I go home. Things that kind of can stress you out.
So it takes a little bit to unwind. So what are you doing? What relaxation techniques are you using?
You know, even just going to the grocery store nowadays can stress you out.
Just the pricing, yeah. I would have to agree. Yep.
They don't have your favorite something.
Hey, reel it in.
Okay.
What relaxation techniques are you using?
Okay. Breathing.
Okay.
Okay. The first thing that I do is I take a hot bath.
Okay.
Okay. Then I'll.
That's actually in here. That's on here too. So we'll talk about that.
Yeah, that's how I start. So you have to create a routine,
Mm-hmm.
and you stick to your routine.
Yep.
So the first thing I do is I actually change out of my clothes for the day.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think it's very stressful to stay in your work clothes. That is a mandatory thing. You take your work clothes off when you first get home. Nothing else happens.
No, that's very true.
You dress down.
Yep.
That's a rule in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Then I will eat, and then it's bath time or a shower,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's listening to some really restful, calming music, or reading something relaxing, or maybe watching something creative, or something on YouTube,
Mm-hmm.
and then drifting and going to sleep. But I usually fall asleep listening to some relaxing music or a guided meditation and do breathing techniques.
There was something in here that I wanted you to bring up for sure, and that was the deep breathing.
Mm-hmm.
What does that do for you?
Okay, so the deep breathing part, I think it helps you catch your breath and be mindful and kind of disengage your thoughts. But it really kind of, we don't realize that our bodies are naturally breathing on their own.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that. And once you kind of capture that, it really changes you physically, and your processes inside of your body start to shift.
Okay.
So once you start to slow down, because we're always rapidly thinking, we're rapidly
Mm-hmm.
speaking, we're rapidly scrolling through our phones and processing information. Once we start really slowing down, focusing on the tea that we're drinking at that moment, or
So the breathing helps you slow down your thought process?
right.
Okay.
And so when I breathe, I imagine myself laying in the bed. First, I'm like, okay, I'm on planet Earth. I'm in North America.
Total meditation.
Then you go down to the state level. I'm in New Mexico. I'm in Otero County. I'm in Alamogordo. I'm in my home. I'm in my house, in my bed. And you just go smaller and smaller. That's how I do it. I go smaller and smaller and smaller. And as I'm breathing and watching my breath, I just remind myself where I'm at in the universe.
Wow.
And that helps me personally.
I've heard of processes like that. I've just never had it broken down like that. I think I'm going to try that. Okay. The next tip is manage your screen time wisely. You have an issue with this.
I have a bad issue with this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I do not. Gretchen has an issue with this. Oh my goodness, she has an issue with this.
My issue revolves around my pain level when I'm laying on my bed. It doesn't have anything to do with my bed because my bed is amazing.
Okay.
But
what does that have to do with your screen time?
Well, this is how it has to do with my screen time. Is as I'm laying there, I can't. My muscles are tense in my lower back from all the
That's right.
use I've done with my backpacking and stuff like that. So I have developed a crutch. And my crutch is to lay there and get comfortable and watch stuff on my phone, go through Pinterest and hoard ridiculous recipes and things I'll probably never look at again. But I hoard all of my stuff on Pinterest as my back is relaxing. And it has formed a crutch for me.
Okay.
And so I know that holding my phone has blue light, and it's harder for me to go to sleep holding a device. But for some reason, my phone has become my binky as an adult.
And so, there's a lot of adults like that. Yeah.
And it's addicting, and it's a hard one to let go of. And
I've let go of it. Well, I mean, it was never an issue, but I have caught myself sometimes doing it. I'm mostly a reader at night, so yeah.
Yeah, I think I can take mine and take steps to be proactive about it, and maybe wait for a time, say, okay, after 9 o'clock, I'm not going to look at my device anymore. I can listen to it, but I'm not shining that blue light in front of my eyes. So maybe I listen to a talk or something peaceful.
Yep, like a couple podcasts.
A book on tape.
Yep. Okay, the next one is drink a warm glass of milk. Now, this is Gretchen and I have this thing down packed every night where we drink an herbal tea every night, and we rotate from 4 different herbal teas. Yeah, so that way we're not getting bored with one flavor. I will tell you that ever since we started doing this about 3 or 4 months ago, to me, I've noticed that Gretchen does fall asleep earlier. So I think it really does help calm her down. For me, I'm out like a light at 9:30. I'm literally in bed at 8:45. I'm reading till 9:30. Sometimes 10 o'clock, and then I'm out like a light.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I'm like done.
My responsibilities are just ending at 9:30.
Yeah.
Wow.
No.
So I do drink herbal teas. I make a really nice tea every evening. It usually includes some relaxing herbs like chamomile, lavender, some sleepy time herbs like that. And I drink those while I'm in the bathtub.
Oh, nice.
So I make a really nice cup of tea. I say goodnight to everybody. And then as I get into the bathtub and I have the bubble bath and everything like that, I have a pot of my teapot and that's when I drink that. Now in my bathtub, I also have the magnesiums and Epsom salts and aromatherapy stuff like lavenders there. So
wow, you really spoil yourself every night. That's awesome.
Big time.
Yeah, people need to be doing that. That's a nice relaxation technique there. Yeah. Okay. Avoid heavy meals before bed. Who isn't guilty of eating a heavy meal too late in the day? Talk to me about this. I know right now, just because of what you're going through medically, you're not able to eat heavy meals, but I do remember conversations in the past where you ate and you were having issues falling asleep.
I've had to change I have my biggest meal during the middle of the day. So then at nighttime, I'm trying to do smaller meals or soups.
Not ramen.
Not ramen. No, healthy stuff. Real food. My problem goes back to I usually don't get home until about 8:30 at night. So I don't usually eat dinner until 8:30, 9 o'clock. I may be eating dinner at 9 o'clock at night.
Wow. Okay.
So I really want to digest that food, so I stay up till midnight. I know,
I'm in shock.
right?
I'm in shock. Well, you don't come in till later, so I mean, you have that time to sleep, but still, that's really late. For me, we close the store at 6. We're home by 6:30. I've probably got dinner going till 7, and then we eat at 7. Of course, my way is kind of ridiculous because I'm eating at 7 and going to sleep at 9:30, so mine's even worse than yours.
You know what? One of the reasons I stay up so late is not because I have insomnia. It's because I also really, truly enjoy how quiet it is. The phone's not ringing.
Yeah.
The dogs are asleep. Oliver's asleep. John's asleep. Everybody's asleep. And
That's
it's just
me. Yeah.
total quiet. And
That's
I
me.
like that time of the night. So
It's totally me at 5 a.m. Yeah.
I just feel like I can just finally just not do anything.
So the reason that you can't eat the large meal right before bed is because your body is actually going to start digesting it, and it raises your body temperature. It also, if you eat a really sugary meal or a really sugary dessert, what it'll do is it'll cause you to be restless.
Mm-hmm.
And then on top of that, you throw in people that get a bad case of heartburn. I mean, you could fall asleep. Sure, you'll fall asleep for like a good 30 minutes or an hour, but that body heat's going to wake you up about an hour and a half into it, and then it's going to take you hours to fall back asleep. So that's why you can't really do that.
I definitely agree with that. That happens.
Mm-hmm. So, okay, so this one's take a hot shower, but you were just talking about a bath as part of your bedtime routine. What does that do for you?
So, it's relaxing. Now, I include the magnesium sea salts and stuff like that, and the lavender oils and stuff in my bath time.
Mm-hmm.
I try to avoid chemical stuff, so I try to lend myself more to natural, like real plant-based oils and fragrances,
Mm-hmm.
because we have too many chemicals and our inside air quality is already bad. So if you're going to do that, look for more plant-based, natural things to add to your bath.
So less perfumes.
Less perfumes, yeah.
Okay.
Those perfumes are not going to be very good because it can affect your breathing, and you might have
Mm-hmm.
an allergy to that. Plus, you're going to have that chemical in the air. I know that what this article is saying is it helps to raise your body temperature a little bit,
Mm-hmm.
but then you go through a cooling period.
Right.
Once you get out.
Mm-hmm.
You start cooling your body down, so you might feel really hot, but then you get out and you cool, and that is part of inducing the sleep cycle.
Right.
and falling asleep.
Right. So the next one is exercise regularly. And once again, I'll remind you, we're going through how to fall asleep faster when you're feeling stressed. So exercise regularly. I'll take this one because I know that nights when I've run in the morning, after I've run in the morning, that night, I know I'm going to sleep well. I mean, I'm out like a light. Like I said, 9:30, 10 o'clock, I'm gone. If there's certain days or a bunch of days that I've missed running because let's say that work's gotten taken over or the stress is just so bad that I just really can't do it, because there are stressful moments in this work, trust me. It's those nights I know I'm going to have a hard time falling asleep. It's blah. Yeah. Yeah. And you, how do you handle it? I know you're out there with the dogs. What are you doing?
I don't exercise at all right now. Okay, I did go for a walk for the first time. I said I need to start introducing a walk.
Okay.
In the evening and in the morning, if I can. Even if it's just a 5 or 10 minute walk, just to be outside and in the sunlight and to see the mountains and this.
Get the vitamin D going, right?
You know, and I really like to see the sunset. I think the sunset is one of my favorite parts of the day. We have beautiful sunsets here in New Mexico. I don't have a whole lot of exercise routine. I really don't. At this point, I'm just kind of conserving my energy.
Well, you're in recovery. You're in recovery. Your body's in recovery for some serious medical stuff. So that would be.
Yeah,
I mean, that's exercise enough sometimes.
You know, some of us can't burn all those extra calories because we don't have any of those calories to burn.
I'm already losing enough. All right, so the next one is use aromatherapy. And I know here in the store we carry a lot of chamomile, lavender, peppermint, stuff like that. But you just addressed this, and I know that you with the Sleep Sanctuary are addressing this. So tell us about aromatherapy.
I like to sneak aromatherapy anywhere that I possibly can throughout my day.
Okay.
Okay, so it doesn't have to be in. You know, they kind of have this itemized as, and then you do this. But the ways that I do that is, you know, there are certain oils that are energizing, like citruses and orange, lemon. Those can be invigorating, so those are great for in the morning to help wake you up. Then during the daytime, you can have some patchouli or some bergamot, some more relaxing stuff during the midday. And then at nighttime when you go home, then you can start, you know, putting the lavenders out there and some of the more relaxing, calming
What does it do
ones.
for you?
Well, you know, it's interesting because aromatherapy goes back thousands and thousands of years to the apothecaries. And it was during the plague viruses and outbreaks. They noticed that certain oils and lavender and certain oils and stuff in the air helped keep people healthy. You know, it's been used as a medicine, so it's not. Some of us think of it as a perfume or a scent, But actually there's medicinal properties to all of those. Just like eucalyptus or peppermint helps you breathe or open up, it can help with headaches, migraines, tension, like that. Lavender, though, is really well known for its relaxing.
It's in our tea.
It's in our tea. And so you can sneak, herbs into tea. I can smell it, so that's part of the aromatherapy. Now you can also put it in a diffuser or place diluted drops that are in a carrier oil onto your skin. So there's lots of different ways to use aromatherapy. The trick about aromatherapy and doing it right is not to purchase really cheap oils and to be selective in your purchase of oils, because they're everywhere. They're on the market everywhere.
I think it was a fad there for a while, and they're still out there.
It's a fad, and you have to be careful because their packaging is really nice. They look really legit, but you want to make sure that where they're sourced, there's not going to be heavy pesticides used in the production of that, because it's going to be in the oil, and then that pesticide, those molecules are going to get up into the air or into your skin. So when you're sourcing aromatherapies, what you pay for really does
is what you get.
Okay. So, and there are different grades. There are low grades, and then there's pharmaceutical grade aromatherapy. So
we'll watch that. Okay, write down your thoughts in a journal. Now, I do this in the morning. They're saying to do this at night. What are your thoughts on that one? Because to me, in the morning, it's easier to journal like my what I'm expecting stresses, but then I give my thoughts on that. And it actually helps me throughout the day because I've actually done this. You know what I mean? Like I've pre-rehearsed a lot of the day in my journal.
Yeah, you're journaling for organizing of your upcoming day.
Right.
The people that are going to find journaling at nighttime beneficial are those that are dumping it out of your brain, so that if you're one of those people that wake up in a panic at midnight or 2 o'clock in the morning and like, oh my gosh, I didn't call so-and-so back, or oh my gosh, I forgot to order that product.
That makes sense.
And I said I would.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So what it's good to do is right before you go to bed is have your journal and write down everything that is emotionally tied to or important or could cause issues that you really need to address so you don't forget them.
Gotcha.
And you just dump it out. Some people need to journal for other reasons because maybe they're not busy working and they have other things that they just need to put out and
brain
take
dump.
out.
Yeah, brain dump. Yep.
Brain dump.
So this is Gretchen and I need this. Listen to music or nature sounds. We have a ALEXA, because if I say it, she's going to talk right now, in our house and in our bedroom, and we listen to rain sounds every night, all night. And I've found that I can't sleep without them now because it's addicting. Once you get on it, it's addicting. You need that calming sound.
It becomes a cue to your body, also mentally.
Yeah, and to me, I say addicting because in a way, to me, it's negative because what happens if I don't have rain sounds? Now I'm going to be like, what's going on? So, yeah, I've traveled and I actually will listen to rain sounds on my phone.
See, and I find rain sounds irritating if it's not real rain because I can tell the difference. I can hear the loop, and I'm like, that's not really rain. That's not really what the rain sounds like in the desert. That sounds like maybe rain in the tropics.
You would lay there and overthink it.
Like,
I know
overthink the rain. I overthink the natural sounds. Just being a biologist, I'm like, that bird isn't even native to here. That's not even a real bird. That bird it's a loop. I can hear the loops in the birds.
Yeah, you're totally ruining it.
The birds loops. I can't handle that.
No.
So, I prefer... Now, there are apps that you can download. I once found this app that had these different things that make people fall asleep. Some people like to fall asleep to the weirdest things. There was the sound of someone eating French fries. No joke. There was, like, crunchy, somebody eating chips. Now, I don't think those are beneficial because, like, that makes me hungry. And I'm like, I'm going to be hungry before I go to bed.
Yeah, you'll wake up in the morning starving.
It's like my Pinterest hoarding of my recipes. I'm like, I'm so hungry. But there are all these weird random sounds that you can put that put some people to sleep that they find comforting. So what you find comforting may be irritating. I find those fake rain sounds irritating. I prefer these weird binaural sounds.
Yeah.
They're like almost like sci-fi. like I want to pretend that I'm in a sleep pod, like in outer space kind of thing, and then I have
So even in sleep you're not normal.
No. Like I like my doctor who, like, I'm in outer space type of falling asleep with Deepak Chopra talking to me. Deepak Chopra and Eckhart Tolle can totally put me to sleep.
Alrighty. Okay. So
if it's a woman, I can't handle that.
The last one, yeah.
She's annoying. She's talking too much.
Are you done?
No.
Okay, the next one and last one is create a relaxing bedroom environment. Now, you recently redid your whole entire bedroom.
Yeah, I took everything out.
Mm-hmm.
I feng shuied it.
Have you slept better since then?
I have been sleeping way better.
Okay.
I have been sleeping way better. One, my bedroom is more spacious.
Okay.
I'm not crawling over the top of John to go to the bathroom every night, so
Okay.
I don't feel trapped.
Okay.
I have a better perception of my door because I can see my door.
Mm-hmm.
I also don't have a bunch of clutter and things. Now, you have to stay on top of it because the clutter is starting to come back. But, you know, as part of my thing is that I focus on that area. If I'm going to clean the house, I make sure that I focus on the bedroom first.
Mm-hmm.
So that is important to me. In part of my bedroom, I also now have an air filter that runs constantly that provides white noise,
Right,
but it also
yeah.
creates a clean environment for me to breathe. And I will just keep that bedroom door closed, and that air in there is
Good.
kind of its own space capsule environment.
Yeah, good. Now, the air filters aren't mentioned on this list, but I really do think that they're important, especially right now with the allergens that are going on. I mean, we're filming this in May of 2021, and right now I believe that the mesquite is pollinating like you would not believe.
And the juniper.
And the juniper, yeah. So there's a lot of people going around with like raspy voices and runny noses because they're allergic to this stuff. It's very heavy right now, so
We
yeah.
have a very, very high pollen count. So yeah, just simply changing your room, creating a more relaxing sleepscape. Now, in feng shui, there are some rules. Now, it's not, feng shui is not magic. It's not voodoo. It's literally just common sense and balance.
It's a visual sense of balance, right?
It's a visual sense of balance and creating a quiet space where a room is specifically designed for a specific purpose. Instead of, you know, your bed being your office too, and your living room and your kitchen table and everything else.
Yeah.
You have your bed is specifically for certain things.
And there's a reason for it. It really does help you. It really does unclutter your mind because you don't, it's meant for one specific purpose. So yeah. Well, that was how to fall asleep fast if you're feeling stressed. That article will be on the link on the bottom in the description below, and we hope you pick it up and read it because it's actually pretty good. Got some really good information. So with that, we go on to what actually Fishbowl was all about and what it's named after. It's named after a fishbowl, which we use to grab the questions that we've been asked throughout the week. These are questions that have been emailed to us or just asked of us of customers that walk in the door this week. It's actually questions from the past as well. If we remember them, we'll actually drop them in here because it's really good that we can learn from you guys. So that way we learn and then we share information with the next customer. Okay? So our first question, and I hope that you didn't put any in here that were inappropriate because I know you.
I would never do such a thing.
I
wouldn't spice this up.
Okay. This is actually really close to what we had last week, but we didn't really get to last week because we lost our video feed. So if you look it up, it's supposed to be episode 18, but we labeled it the non-episode because it was a non-episode. So yeah.
We went through the whole thing. We just didn't realize that we
it
were
wasn't
lose
filming. Yeah. Kind of a bummer. All right. Why would I pay more for the brands of Tencel sheets you carry when I can find cheaper ones online? That was a question from last week, but it's a question that we've faced before. So why would somebody spend more money on Tencel sheets in a store rather than taking the chance and ordering them online?
Well, when I learned that there's different grades of Tencel, it blew my mind.
Okay.
Just because something says Tencel on it, it doesn't mean that it's full Tencel. It could be actually just a cheap microfiber polyester sheet with a little bit of Tencel in there.
Yeah, her mind was blown when we did the research on this, because we did the full research on this. The question came up, and then we kind of researched it together. We found that there's some Tencel sheets that are labeled Tencel, but there's no regulatory body on it, right? I mean, it's just, you can just say it's there. And they'll mix rayon, they'll mix microfiber, and then they'll put a little bit of Tencel and call it a Tencel sheet. Yeah. So you recently went home with some higher end Tencel sheets. Tell me about those.
I did. Yes. So in the non-episode, part of what was cut off was you kindly gave me some Tencel sheets to try out at home. So I had been sleeping on the microfiber sheets that we have here in store by Maloof.
She's my guinea pig. Anytime we get new sheets, it's something that I want somebody to try out. She's the guinea pig.
It's awesome.
Gretchen and I used to be the guinea pigs, but now I have somebody else to victimize.
So I was sleeping on Maloof microfibers. Those are so creamy and soft and just comfortable. I mean, we have return customers. Miss Mary, she comes in here like every weekend to buy microfiber sheets
for different family members.
They become a gift. So they make perfect gifts, and everyone in Mary's family, hi Mary, all have received these sheets because she just loves them so much. So I thought those were like, it couldn't get any better than those.
The bee's knees?
I thought they were the bee's knees. Well, now I have slipped into some of the Tencels.
Yes.
And boy, wow, they are amazing.
She came in the next day saying, like, where have I been all these, or where have they been all these years? Yeah.
Well, I was intimidated by the price.
Okay.
I couldn't, like, say, okay, as a customer or as a consumer, I'm like, I don't know if I want to spend that much. You know, I'm getting into the 3 digits there. That's kind of crazy for sheets. But if you think about how much time you spend between your sheets every night, the properties of Tencel are amazing. They are cool and crisp. They're just, I don't know if you've ever been to like a luxurious hotel or motel or something, and you're always like, gosh, they got the best pillows, they got the best sheets, and you're just like, oh, and now I know how they make that magic happen. Yeah. So usually there's some magic happening there. So part of that magic is a Tencel fiber, really, really nice sheets. Yep. And what I like about these is they're never hot. And if I get too hot, I just have to move a little bit in my bed, and I'm cool again.
So she's making me smile because the Tencels, Gretchen and I have had Tencel now for about 2, maybe 3 years. And it's funny because before this, we had a discussion about how she used to sleep hot. And part of the things that she said is how much cooler she's sleeping. And it's just the airflow, right? It's
the airflow. I don't recommend a lot of pajamas when you're in Tencels because you really want to feel that on your skin. It's so soothing and it's so soft.
Soothing's a really good word. Describe that, because I think that's a big thing.
It's not scratchy.
Okay.
It feels kind of like it's just really, really soothing. It's good for skin sensitivities. With some of my health issues, I've been developing like itchy skin, where I always feel like my skin is being bothered by certain fabrics or clothes. Yeah. So these, though, they're perfect for sensitive skin.
I always liked it because you could get underneath them because, you know, right now it's already, 80 degrees at night, 70 degrees at night. So I can lay in the bed and I can just let the sheets just lay on me. There's no comforter. There's no extra pressure. And the sheets just feel almost silky.
They're like a silken, they're super light.
But they're so soft. Yeah, they're so soft.
They're not a heavy sheet.
Yeah.
But they create almost their own little microclimate.
Yep. So, yes, there is a difference. Back to your question, because we just got carried away with describing these things because they're amazing. So, there is a difference between cheap and there's a difference between the quality ones. As Mel said, they will set you back. They get into the 3 digits, 100. I've even seen some for $249. They get up there. But what you're buying is you're buying a fabric that's going to last you a long time. You're also getting a fabric that's going to allow you to sleep longer or sleep cooler. Okay, so our next question.
What?
Did I see Javier walking to work in the morning?
Yeah, I think somebody did see that.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, no, definitely. You see me walking to work in the morning. It used to be every morning. Now I'm down to about every other morning, and that's just because we've gotten so busy and we have some family stuff going on that we need to have the truck ready so that way I can just go. So, yeah, it's happened. You have seen me. Yes. Okay. Next question. Hopefully this is a real one. Did you sneak all these in?
No, I haven't written any of these. We don't do that.
How does Melanie find all her outfits?
Oh, wow. Okay. Every Monday, so this is awesome.
This is a routine that you guys have to hear because this is true. I know the story.
I was really excited about this outfit because this is my bowling outfit. I miss bowling. I miss going to the bowling alley. Mm-hmm. These are not bowling shoes, but they're my rendition of bowling shoes.
Okay.
And I got some mushroom socks that our dear friend Laura gave me. Hello, Laura. She came up, and that was her gift because she knows I like the myceliums. And then this shirt was a total thrift store find. Everything I find at everything I wear comes from a thrift store, except for my shoes. And so I go. I'm not going to tell people which day I go. Because I have a specific day I go, and I hit that thrift store up, and I find the best stuff, and I'm like...
How many thrift stores?
Well, I go to all of them in town. That's my thrift store day. Usually 2 or 3.
Okay.
That's my thing.
And you drag your dad along with you?
Oh, Dad loves going. That's our thing. That's our bonding time, as we go hit the thrift stores. Dad likes to find a hat and records. I got him a record player for Christmas.
John how nice.
Yeah, John and I found him a really nice record player. So that's what Dad's scouting is, records and baseball caps. This last Monday, oh gosh, I said the day.
Ooh, now you know when she's going to go hit up the thrift stores.
I mean Wednesday.
You're a liar. You're a liar.
He found a baseball trophy. And Dad was like, I'm going to buy this. It's only 80 cents. I've never had a baseball trophy. It doesn't have his name on it, but he's all excited about it.
So you literally come back with a bag full of clothing.
Bags. Bags.
Okay.
And I am like anything and everything that is amazing and awesome. I mean, I can't turn a shirt down when it's like $2.50. I'm just like on it. Boom, 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 boom.
So the garage sale at your house is going to be amazing?
It's going to be amazing. We're going to do one.
You are? Yeah, mm-hmm. Yeah, we were talking about this earlier, and she's like, we're definitely doing a garage sale because I need more bags of clothes. I'm like, more?
Well, I need to there are some clothes that are a couple years ago thrift store finds, and I have a different career now.
Oh.
So I have a different style right now, and so those I need to transition out, but I think they'll really go at a yard sale.
Alrighty. All right. Now, let's get a real question going.
Yeah, I love thrift shopping.
Yeah. Okay. I have 2 small dogs that shed twice a year. I would like to know what type of upholstery I should get to be able to clean up after them better.
I would say faux leather or leather.
Okay.
Just because you don't want the hair stuck in there, and it's easier to vacuum.
Okay.
And it's easier to wipe the slobber off.
Very good. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, but if you have cats that scratch and...
It's a little different.
Yeah, maybe you shouldn't be purchasing a really expensive leather.
Right. So I'm going to...
Dogs that chew on stuff, that's dangerous.
You went with faux leather and leather. I'm going to go with suede microfiber. And I'm going to stick with suede microfiber plus year 2. Okay? So I'm going to throw in suede microfiber because it is such a tightly woven fabric that it's super easy to clean. Because you can just take a washcloth with a little bit, let's say you even put a little bit of Tide on there. You take it, you wash it, and then you can just rinse it right off.
You need to honk that out.
A washcloth?
TIDE.
I said a brand name?
Yeah, where's your chicken?
Oh, dear. I said a brand name. All right. Well, anyways, yes, those are the 3 fabrics that we always recommend when somebody comes in with, and they say they got puppies, because we get that a lot. I need a sofa. I've got puppies. We get it constantly, huh? Yeah.
That usually is one of the deciding factors is kids and pets.
Kids and pets.
But we do have guardsman protection, so for
Right.
5 years you can purchase that protection, and it will help alleviate some of the stress for spills and chews and scratches and tears and stuff like that.
And stuff
Hardware.
like this works. It's just that it's harder to this fabric is more like a chenille. It's a little bit harder to clean as far as like fur wise, but this comes Scotch guarded, so you don't have to worry about that. My thing is just a little fur, like from a Jack Russell or whatever, that gets in here, and it would be murder to get rid of. So yeah, that's what we're talking about when we are recommending the other ones. All right, with that, we are going to take our quick break, and we'll be right back with what we've learned this week. And then I believe that you wanted to throw in a special section.
Yeah, we have a new section, Mel's Hypothetical.
Ooh, okay.
Questionnaires.
A hypothetical question. All right.
We're going to have to come up with a special name for that. Mel's something hypothetical.
Not Crazy Mel's Hypothetical. No, Mel's Crazy Hypothetical.
Yeah, if you say Crazy Mel's, that is wrong.
Oh, see,
in
I
the
don't
English
know.
language, we don't reverse things.
Oh, I do. All the time.
Yeah, but your first language was Spanish. So
Yeah.
if you just called me crazy.
But it was, well, I guess I did. With that, we'll be right back. And we're back. Why are you always eating when the camera starts? Every single time I say we're okay, let's go 3, 2.
I highly recommend the coconut one.
So, yeah, all right. So, okay, so this is a section that you wanted to introduce, but you're chewing right now. She's in heaven. Look at her.
It's so good.
These candies are available at the boutique at Live Well. We started a little boutique last year, and it's been a great success. And we've brought in candies from Hammond's. They're old-fashioned candies. That's why we brought them in. And Mel has been experimenting with them for us, just giving it all for this. Just giving it all. Yeah, it must be a hard job.
This is a really hard job.
It must be.
Somebody's got to do it, though.
Yeah, yeah. All right,
Okay.
so this is your section. So what are we doing here exactly?
Okay, so this is going to be where the time each week that I present a hypothetical question. And when Gretch is back, I'm going to ask Gretch the same hypothetical question. So I got coconut in my teeth. And so, and it's kind of like it's going to be fun. So this is going to be a very, very fun part of the show.
So this is Mel's Crazy Hypotheticals, because you corrected me. It can't be Crazy Mel's Hypotheticals.
So let's go ahead and just imagine that you have a superpower.
I'm imagining my superpower.
You have a superpower, and that superpower you have 3 things that you can do.
Okay, 3 things.
Only 3 things.
Okay.
Now those 3 things are that you have a beverage, 3 beverages of your choice.
3 beverages of my choice.
Of your choice.
Okay.
How many?
3.
3.
3 beverages.
Hold up your fingers.
3.
Okay, so you have 3 beverages.
3 beverages.
That are your superhero power that come out of your fingertips.
They literally will come out of my fingertips?
Yeah.
So what beverages are these?
You get to choose.
I get to choose.
They can be 3 beverages of your choice.
So
but
out of my fingers, 3 beverages. Okay.
At will.
What fingers?
Any 3 that you want to choose.
Any 3 fingers. Okay. And I can shoot beverages like...
Not shoot them.
Oh.
You can just fill up your cup.
Oh, like literally I'm going to go like this.
Yeah.
That is so cool.
Yeah, so you can be like, all right, so you just picked the 3 different ones, and those were always on tap from your
Wow.
fingertips.
Okay, and I get to choose them. All right, and you want to know what beverages I'm going to choose?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be hot, it can be cold.
Okay. So if it's hot, is it going to burn my finger?
No, because you have special superpowers, so it's not gonna be burning.
Well, how is it not going to burn my finger? Because if
say-
I say
let's just say-
I want coffee, is it not going to burn my finger?
Well, no, because you have this special
But it's hot.
superpower vortex being in there that protects that. That's already just built into your superhero DNA. So don't get hung up on that.
Don't get hung up on it being hot.
Yeah. It's not going to hurt anybody.
But it's okay. So
it might hurt somebody else.
Okay.
Because it's going to be hot, kind of like, you don't want to spill your coffee in your lap, but it's not going to hurt you.
So if I go and I make this assembly line and I can just shoot drinks out of my fingers, can I do that and then would just sell them?
No, you're not going to monetize on this. It's just you personally.
These limitations.
We're not creating you to be your own little traveling shop.
Okay, all right.
You're
so
just,
I know.
This is just you. This is just something that you can do.
So this finger
For
is
you
going to
and-
be Arby's sauce.
Wait, that's not a beverage. We're
But I
talking
drink
beverage.
Arby's. Have you seen me drink Arby's sauce? You saw me drink Arby's
That's why
sauce.
there's an Arby's shortage of sauce. You know what? When you go through there, they limit how much Arby's sauce you can
Yeah, I
get.
know because well, it's people like me. Okay, so no. Okay, so in all
That
seriousness.
would be condiments.
Okay, all right. So
Okay,
I'm gonna
beverage.
go.
We're
I'm
going
going to go
beverages.
coffee out of this one because you said it wouldn't burn. Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go creamer out of this one. Okay, because
Okay.
I drink a lot of creamer with my coffee.
Mm-hmm.
And pink lemonade out of this one.
Pink lemonade.
Pink lemonade.
I like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I love pink lemonade. Love it. Love it.
Yeah.
Why are you looking at me like I'm special? That was pretty good.
No, the pink lemonade kind of threw
Yeah.
me through a loop there.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's making me kind of rethink maybe one of my choices.
Well, what are yours?
Well, coffee is number 1.
Okay, so coffee is for
Okay,
sure.
coffee
Yeah,
is number
yeah,
1
I'm with you.
because I can't imagine life without coffee. Okay, number 2 is going to be water
Okay.
because I don't ever want to run out of purified, clean water.
That's okay. I didn't think of that. Okay.
Okay, and with water you can make anything. So
Can you burp with the water?
I wouldn't even need to now that water spigot would be I could go hot or cold with it.
And you wouldn't burn yourself.
No.
Okay.
So it'd be hot coffee.
Okay.
Or I guess you could temperature regulate. Yeah, let's just say that. Let's say because sometimes cold
You can't make
coffee's
up
good.
rules after I've already said my 3. What are your 3?
Okay, so hot coffee,
Water.
that's I can regulate.
Okay.
Okay. Now, the third one I was kind of still thinking apocalypse because I really still feel like this is the most boring apocalypse ever.
The most boring apocalypse.
Yeah, this apocalypse sucks.
Okay.
I really I've been waiting for zombies. I mean, this is just ridiculously slow.
Okay.
If we could hurry it up a little bit more, that would be fantastic. So I'm still thinking survival. So survival thing is, these are my survival stuff. Coffee, water, and moonshine, just in case.
Moonshine. Because it's flammable, so I guess yeah.
Okay, so moonshine.
You're showing your inner hick.
Yeah.
Keep going.
Yeah, you gotta have some moonshine just in case.
Just in case.
Or coffee. But see, so the moonshine would come from like my Irish grandparents
Okay.
in Oklahoma and Texas that actually did bootleg moonshine.
Okay.
Like back in the day. And there was this occurrence. It is flammable because at one time I think it exploded. The still exploded or
it'll
something.
do that.
There was that story.
Yeah.
And I do remember being like 4 years old. And my granddad, he gave me a taste of moonshine. And boy, that put hair on my chest.
Oh, yeah. That's not a story I want.
That stuff can melt through.
It's pretty bad. Yeah.
I don't drink alcohol anymore. But you know, there are times when, like, if there's an emergency, it's a great pain reliever. It's flammable if you need to make some Molotovs or something.
So you're thinking utility. Okay.
Utility,
Right.
And then also pain relieving. It can help with like if you get like a cut, I guess you can like put it in there maybe.
And I was thinking coffee creamer and pink lemonade.
Yeah, because like with the water, I could be like, I could add it to some powdered lemonade or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
those
right.
three. I'm thinking survival. Now you have to add an apostrophe in there because English is weird in that way too. So if you said Mel's crazy, and the apostrophe is not in the right place, it could be Mel is crazy.
Yeah, that's what I was going for.
Like Mel's crazy, but this is Mel. I'm possessive of the crazy
yeah. No.
theoreticals.
I was literally going to leave the apostrophe off.
You gotta watch that.
All right. So this is a section of the program where we share what we've learned this week. I can say that we've learned a lot because we were kind of dead right up until the last day of this week. What did you study? Because I know you were on your computer quite a bit this week. So what did you study?
I'm trying really hard not to throw out a depressing topic. I learned a lot of depressing things this week. My heart and prayers go out to India as a country.
Yeah, definitely.
That is definitely, oof,
Yeah.
that's not good over there right now for
Nope.
lots of reasons. So,
Nope.
I did learn about some of the challenges that India is facing. Now, some of the interesting stuff that's going to affect us is trade and, there's a lot of tech that comes out of India. Okay, so there's a lot of products that we rely on and manufacturing there. So it's going to be an interesting kind of wild card here. So, but I also learned that Ford has completely stopped manufacturing.
Isn't that crazy?
They put a screeching halt on all production.
Yep. That chip shortage again. Yep.
So where they were kind of limited in their production, that's unprecedented. So that kind of shocked me.
Unprecedented is yeah.
Wow.
Shocking is what it was.
That's interesting.
There was something that you taught me this week that I want you to tell them about, and you sent me the video on it, and that was the shortage on certain chemicals that could go into.
So I'm still trying to figure out this whole we've been talking about
foam
shortages in foam. Now I think that a lot of folks are just getting tired of hearing of, there's a shortage of this, there's a shortage of that. But I always find it helpful to figure out why there's a shortage. What is the why? I want to know what the why is because it helps my mind understand the processes that are at place and what's happening to cause that, so it's not just it's not overwhelming. I mean, it's overwhelming, but when you start breaking it down into the whys, it becomes fascinating.
Right, because reasons are so much more fun.
Yeah, and you really start to learn stuff about how these things are made. So we've been talking about shortages of foams, nylons, and some plastics. When the blizzards hit, because there was already a pre-existing scarcity of product, but then when the blizzards hit the Gulf Coast, we're talking about some petrochemical plants.
Right.
That went down in Lake Charles and Houston area, and that was because the water pipes froze. Now some areas down around Lake Charles, they were out of power for a month.
And now they're being flooded. So yeah.
Bless their hearts, man.
Yeah.
I used to live in Louisiana. That's bad stuff. So, but I also learned that there's a shortage of nylons and some plastics when the blizzards hit, because there was already a pre-existing scarcity of product, but then when the blizzards hit the Gulf Coast, there was because the water pipes froze. Now some areas down around Lake Charles, they were out of power for a month. that petrochemical, it's that shortage is not directly linked to any changes currently in oil production.
Right.
Okay, I did have someone today in the store that said, well, you can thank so-and-so for that because of a decision they made that impacted oil and gas. Well, at this point, we still have quite a bit of reserves. So
right.
That's not a direct link to, we're not seeing it there yet.
Right, it's not there yet.
This is due to chemicals that are produced from oil, petro, but that have to be produced and then shipped across the United States immediately in a constant chain. So, but in those, so those facilities don't just manufacture stuff for memory foam. They also manufacture stuff for nylons, plastics, get this one, glycerin, and a whole list of other things, because we don't even think, when we start talking oil, okay, and petroleum-based products, it's in so much of our modern day society.
It's in a whole lot.
It's in everything. We literally, like when we start talking about a shift to renewables and green energy completely, like there is a lot of work at hand for that, because, in a lot of ways, and I'm saying this as a biologist, there's a lot of blessings to petroleum because it provides so much cool things like clean water and filters and medical stuff. So it's in every single product that everything.
But of this, what is the scariest? Because there was something that you freaked me out with. The scariest part is the
glycerin, and other parts of that include medications, pharmaceuticals. So a lot of pharmaceuticals utilize these different types of chemicals for stabilizing products and preserving products, and in pharmaceuticals it's a big blow.
Now, with a topic like this, don't take our word for it. I mean, yeah, we researched it, but do your own research on it. We kicked this out just because we want you guys to know it's important. We've kicked it out to customers this week just so they know. So that way everybody stays informed, because that's really what we do here is we educate.
And this is not to create panic. For crying out loud, folks. Those people, I'm getting riled up. Those people that went out and got that gasoline.
Oh, here we go. You did it. No, we can't cover that again.
I cannot get that riled up. I got to calm down. I got to calm down, because that just infuriates me. Do not panic over this.
Yeah, okay, no, this
does
is not that.
mean that tomorrow you're not going to get your medications, your life-sizing medications. This just means that this is a big stress across the board, okay? This is not going to be the end all, Now, it's coming back. They've got it back online, okay? But it is going to cut down some of the supplies and slow down some of that availability. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to stop providing those medications, because that can be a very scary thing for somebody to hear. But we are facing a very different time in manufacturing. If you can think of this, okay, I watched this talk. Think of it this way, okay? We just literally went through a time warp. Okay? Manufacturing and demand in 2019 was here.
Right.
10, 15 years ago, it was here.
Right.
We have just reverted 10 to 15 years.
Because of everything that happened, right?
So that's where we've gone back to.
But we've also increased demand tenfold. So yeah,
we still have the demand is up here high, but the capabilities of the manufacturing, we've lost about a decade or so. Okay, in that power, it hasn't come to a screeching halt. Now, some products, you may just have to go back. You may have to order and wait for them to be manufactured, just like we used to a couple decades ago.
It's a different time, but we researched this to keep abreast for us, for as far as our industry and everything. But we stumble upon things like this, and we share it with you just so that way you're informed too. Because there's a lot going on right now that's just so interesting and mind blowing. And it's just, when she found this and shared the video with me, we were like in awe. Yeah. So what I learned this week was, apart from that, was that we're finally getting a hold on our part as far as our foams and stuff like that. And there's a guesstimate now that towards the end of June, we will be back to normal. So that to me is a big deal. Unfortunately, latex, we may have a little longer. Yeah.
Yeah, latex is going to be a different thing. We're getting back to normal-ish.
Normal-ish. So that's a good thing.
On memory foam. But we don't carry pure memory foam stuff, but you have to keep in mind that foams and comfort foams, and there's layers of memory foam at the top of our mattresses.
It's important to have that to be able to construct our regular mattresses. So yeah. That was exciting, and then other things, there was a couple of shipping videos that we watched because we stay on top of international shipping now, which sounds ridiculous for a small business to be this involved in researching it, but we have to know in order to keep you guys satisfied. Shipping, they're expecting shipping to be alleviated at some point in August, September. Now, that's not 100%. They were very careful on saying that, but they are saying that we should be able to see almost normal levels of fulfillment, not normal levels of stock. They were real careful to say that. So around the start, around September, around the end of the summer season. I thought that was beautiful. But yeah, there's good news coming. So it's not all bad news. It's just a matter of we need some patience. We need a lot of patience to deal with this. So yeah.
And as Helen Keller would say, there is always hope.
There's always hope, yeah.
So there's always hope.
Yeah, it's just a different time, and
with anything, hope for a better world, hope for
Yep.
So much. So let's just hold out onto that hope, and I think it's awesome.
Yep. So with that, we're gonna let you go because we've run way over time. So until next week, thank you for watching, and have a wonderful week.
All right.
Bye.
Bye-bye.